Well, hello once again, Portland Pickles fans and addicts, wherever you may be. Welcome to Game 2 of this weekend series against the Victoria Harbourcats. I'm Mike Chex, working alongside Gary, Noah, Jay, Matthew, Moose, and many more, and we will be bringing you all of the action tonight and throughout the rest of the season. After returning home from a 3-3 road trip, the Pickles hung on to win an amazing pitching duel last night against the Raptors by a score of 2-1. Tonight, Portland looks to extend their current 2-game winning streak and secure another series win on the season. Fans, it's Oregon Trail Night here at the ballpark. We are encouraging fans to do their best Lewis and Clark impersonation by discovering the great joy of baseball here at historic Walker Stadium. As always, we have fun at events and drink specials around the stadium to celebrate.
Yeah. Is that Mendy we got down there? There it is. Make some noise for Mendy.
Eliam Mendia throwing out tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
The was so good. Big hand for Elliott, everybody.
And of course, that was Jake Vandebreak out there accepting the ceremonial first pitch.
It's now time to meet the starters.
So let's meet the starting players for tonight's team, starting with the Victoria Harbourcats. Fifth place in the West Coast League North, 4-6 in their last 10. Coached by Todd Haney, leading off, wearing number 31, the right fielder, Grady Morgan. Batting second, playing third base, wearing number 53, Roberto Gonzalez. Batting third, playing center field, wearing number 15, Joseph Redfield. Batting cleanup tonight, playing left field and wearing number 6, Colton Moore. Second base, wearing number 3, Hudson Shoup in the 5 spot. He'll be followed by first baseman number 26, Jake Skipworth. Tonight's designated hitter, wearing number 34, John Sicoli, bats 7th. Batting 8th, playing shortstop, wearing number 7, Josh Rowling. And rounding out Victoria's lineup, their catcher wearing number 35, Tyler Pettit. And on the mound tonight for the Victoria Harbourcats, Harry Delianis.
Victoria is coached by Mark Spokisic.
And their opponents, your hometown Portland Pickles. Currently 4th place in the West Coast League South, 5-5 in their last 10 games, riding a 2-game winning streak. Batting first, wearing number 1, playing second base, Eddie Saldivar Jr. Batting second, the designated hitter tonight, wearing number 3, Peyton Allen. Batting third from Brentwood, California, wearing number 18 and playing left field, Keith Jones II. Batting cleanup tonight, playing shortstop, wearing number 34 from Washington State University, Kyle Russell. In the 5 spot tonight, our right fielder, wearing number 30 from Huntington Beach, California, it's Nick Upstill. Batting 6th tonight, playing first base, wearing number 17 from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, it's Evan Cloyd. Batting 7th, the center fielder, wearing number 29 from Washington State University, Kyler Stancato. Batting 8th, catching tonight, wearing number 16 from the University of Oregon, Logan Postiane, excuse me. And rounding out the lineup tonight for your Portland Pickles, playing shortstop, wearing number 12 from UC Santa Barbara, it's Jose Ruiz. And on the mound tonight, wearing number 21 from the University of Oklahoma, it's Matthew DeCrona. And fans, we've got 2 groups singing the national anthem tonight. First up, we have a special guest, Heidi Martin, who is singing the Canadian national anthem.
flag in left field for the singing of the Canadian National Anthem by Heidi Martin.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
A hand for Heidi Martin.
And
Please
singing
remain
the
standing
national
for the
anthem
singing
tonight
of our national
are
anthem
guests,
by
the Honeybees.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The Honeybees.
All right, fans, that was the Honeybees singing the U.S. national anthem. Your umpires for tonight's game at home plate, Colin Price. Our umpire out in the field this evening will be Billy Yeager. Your Sky Heating, AC, Plumbing, and Electrical game time. Temperature is 66 degrees and partly sunny here at Walker Stadium. No real breeze to speak of right now, but it's early. That could change.
Yeah, Walker Stadium. Let's get up on your feet, huh? Get everybody up. Get up and make some noise, can you? Huh? 202, get up. Let's go.
Got a nice sized crowd tonight here at Walker Stadium, and they are ready for some Pickles baseball.
All right, let's fingers some Pickles baseball, huh? Give me a go, Pickles on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah. How about a play ball on 3? 1, 2, 3. All right, stay up, Portland. Let's go.
So as you can see on the mound right now, wearing number 21, the Pickles starting pitcher tonight, Matthew DeCrona. Matthew from Costa Mesa, California, 1-0 so far this season, 3.68 ERA with 3 strikeouts. To all of you joining us on the YouTube and Facebook broadcast, thank you so very much. We appreciate it. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can let me know in the chat where you're streaming from. Talk to me if you want to. I'll talk back. I'm not going to talk back to Matthew sitting next to me because I shouldn't have to do that over YouTube, but we did it last night, so. If at any point the ambient mic from the crowd gets to be a little too much, let me know. We're still playing around with that. Still early in the season. We're working out all the kinks, you know. For the Victoria Harbourcats, leading off in the first inning is going to be Grady Morgan. He'll be followed by Roberto Gonzalez and Joseph Redfield. Defensively for your Pickles, behind the plate, you got Logan Postiane, Evan Cloyd at first, Salvador Jr. over at second, Jose Ruiz playing third tonight, Russell at shortstop, Keith Jones the second, Kyler Stancato, and Nick Upstill, your outfielders from left to right. First pitch taken into center field, ranging over is Kyler. He settles under it and makes the catch. One pitch, one away. That's a great way to start a baseball game. Last night's game was extremely quick. 2-hour and 22-minute affair that ended in a 2-1 score in favor of the Portland Pickles. Now stands in Roberto Gonzalez. That first pitch popped foul. Gonzalez stands back in. Wind in the 0-1 pitch. Just a bit outside at 87 miles an hour. Count evens up at 1-1. For DeCrone, he's got a fastball, a cutter, a slider, a curveball, and a changeup, and we will see all 5 throughout the innings this evening. He comes set. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way. About the same spot, just a little bit outside, 87 miles an hour. Count goes to 2-1 on Gonzalez. So Gonzalez steps back in. DeCrone has his sign, and the 2-1 pitch on the way. That one bends over for a strike, 77 miles an hour on that one. First curveball we've seen from him this evening. Count now 2-2. That pitch missing outside, 78-mile-an-hour curveball. So, DeCrone gets the first batter on one pitch. Count has now gone full on Gonzalez. Gonzalez attending the University of Incarnate Word. 3-2 pitch on the way, inside, ball 4. So Gonzalez to first on a walk, and that's going to bring up center fielder Joseph Redfield. Redfield from Sam Houston State University. Left-hander stands in. DeCrone's first pitch of the at-bat misses high, ball 1. 84 mile an hour. On the cutter, it looked like. DeCrone glances over at first base, and now a toss over. Gonzalez slides back safely. Freddie's family from West Sacramento joining the broadcast this evening. Welcome, glad to have you along. 1-0 pitch on its way in. Check swing, didn't go, and that one misses high, 85 miles an hour on the cutter. Annapolis, Maryland checking in. Jill Tweeten, welcome. Glad to have you. Another throw over to first base. Gonzalez back standing this time. We got best wishes being sent to Eddie Saldivar Jr. playing second base tonight. DeCrona set. Another throw over to first, and again back standing is Gonzalez. Roberto's got 4 stolen bases on the young season. 2-0 pitch now on its way in. That one's over for a strike. 86-mile-an-hour fastball that Redfield watched sail by. Redfield stands back in. 2-1 pitch on the way. Outside ball 3. 3-1. Missing on an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Redfield ahead in the count. 3-1. Gonzalez on at first, being held on by Evan Cloyd. 3-1 pitch on its way in. Swung on and popped up. Center fielder Stan Cotto comes in, settles under to makes the catch for out number 2. Roberto Gonzalez goes back to first.
Harbourcats, number 6 from the University of Arizona, Colton Moore.
So Colton Moore now to the plate. 2 out, 1 on. Throw over to first base. Gonzalez back safely again. Moore from the University of Arizona. 5'10" sophomore. First pitch of the at-bat on the way to him. Swung on, and that is taken into left field, and that's going to bounce in front of Keith Jones for a single. Gonzalez down to second. Colton Moore with the first hit of the ball game. So 2 on, 2 down, and that'll bring up second baseman Hudson Shoup.
Number 3 from Seattle U, Hudson Shoup.
Shoup stands in. The lefty awaits the first pitch of the plate appearance, and that one's over for a strike. 0-1. 85-mile-an-hour fastball again from DeCrona. That seems to be about where he's topping out right now. Gonzalez will lead at second. Moore lead at first. Look back at second from DeCrona. 0-1 pitch on the way. Outside ball 1. 1-1. So Hudson Shoup, starting at second base tonight, is also thrown in a game already on the season for the Harbourcats. 1-1 pitch on the way. Bouncer right back to Matthew DeCrona. He heads over to first base, underhands the ball to Evan Cloyd, and that will do it for the Harbourcats here in the top of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on. Fans, we're headed to the bottom of the first inning. No score here at the Walk. Welcome back, baseball fans. We are headed to the bottom of the first inning. For the Portland Pickles, it'll be Eddie Saldivar Jr., Peyton Allen, and Keith Jones II leading it off defensively for Victoria. Behind the plate, that's Tyler Pettit. We've got Jake Skipworth over at first base, Hudson Shoup at second, Roberto Gonzalez, the third baseman, Josh Rowling playing short. We've got Colton Moore in left, Joseph Redfield in center, and Grady Morgan in right.
Leading off for your Portland Pickles, your second baseman, number 1 from Long Beach State, it's Eddie Saldivar Jr.
Eddie Saldivar Jr. getting a nice round of applause from the Pickles faithful here as he leads us off. He's going to be standing in against Harry Delianis. First pitch from Delianis, low and away, ball one, 87 miles an hour on the fastball. Harry set, 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one taken into center field. Coming in on the ball is Redfield. He's able to make the easy catch. One away for your Pickles here in the first. That's going to bring up designated hitter Peyton Allen.
Number 3 from Fresno State, Peyton Allen.
So Allen, a left-hander, stands in. Comes to us from Fresno State. He takes a look at the first pitch, fouls it off to the left side.
Everybody, clap your hands. Everybody.
Gonzalez playing just off the infield grass at third. A bouncer to the pitcher, Delianis. He runs over to first, underhands the ball to Skipworth. And Peyton Allen retired 1-3.
Next up is your left.
So a quick 2 up, 2 down for the Portland Pickles. That'll bring up left fielder Keith Jones II.
Jones the second.
Let's go.
Couple of Washington State Cougars in the lineup. Keith Jones II, one of them Kyle Russell, following him in the order the other tonight. First pitch of the at-bat, 77-mile-an-hour curveball that's over for a strike. Delianis set, 0-1 pitch on the way. That one hit him. So Keith Jones, an all expenses paid trip to first base, courtesy of getting plunked by a baseball.
University. Number 34, it's Kyle Russell.
And his Washington State University teammate Kyle Russell steps in now. 1 on, 2 away. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. You know, folks, I said it was partly sunny when we started the game. It really isn't. It's more partly cloudy. First pitch of the at-bat, over for a strike, 85-mile-an-hour fastball. So both pitchers tonight, both starters with their fastballs in the mid-80s. Jones gets a lead off of first. Throw over, and he slides back safely. Jones does have 5 stolen bases on the season. He is a threat to run. Most of the Pickles lineup this year is a threat to run, actually. Delianis comes set. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 0-2. Jones swinging through a 78-mile-an-hour curveball. Excuse me, not Jones. That's Kyle Russell. Jones is on first. The aforementioned Keith Jones II gets a short lead over at first, being held on by Skipworth. Another throw over there, and he gets back in time safely. Oh, 2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off to the right. So Russell stays alive in the at-bat. Count still 0-2. Rollins playing just off the outfield grass in the infield. 0-2 pitch on the way. Runner goes. No, we did not. Went part way and then decided against it. Came back to first.
Let's go, Pickles.
That 86-mile-an-hour fastball missed off the plate. 1-2 the count.
Let's go, Pickles. Let's go, Pickles.
Delianis comes set.
Let's go, Pickles.
1-2 pitch on the way. Oh, got him looking. Kyle Russell down on strikes. 80-mile-an-hour curveball that he watched go by, and it caught part of the plate. First strikeout for Delianis, and that will do it for your Pickles here in the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on. Fans, let's head to the top of the second. No score here at the Walk.
He swings and fouls it off. It'll reach the seats over back of the Tiger dugout. And the man from Walla Walla. He swings, fouling ball, stopped by Trubit for the second one, relay to first. 2 for the price of 1 for the There's a breaking ball in for a strike, and he stood there like that by the side of the road and watched it go by. Struck him out. That's the 3rd strikeout. Right-hander against the right-hander. The outfield is straight up in deep one. Fielder. He is the DH today. Swings, there's a drive to left.
It's Marion's biggest sale of the year. Carstand carpet and waterproof flooring, only $1.99 a square foot. Area rugs, 20% off. Remnants, 50% off. Over 500 rolls of carpet. 50,000 square feet of waterproof flooring. Thousands of area rugs. Hardwoods, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, bound rugs, runners, and so much more. Nobody has more flooring than Marion's, and it all comes with a low price guarantee. In Portland and Wilsonville, hurry in.
Welcome back, baseball fans. We are embarking on the top of the second inning, and at the plate right now, Victoria Harbourcats first baseman Jake Skipworth. DeCrona's first pitch of the second inning popped up to left field, ranging over Stancato, coming over Keith Jones, and it's going to be Kyler Stancato making the catch for the first out of the second inning. As was the case in the first inning, 1 pitch, 1 away. DeCrona didn't have to use many pitches in the first inning. 1 away here in the top of the second. That's going to bring up designated hitter John Sicoli. I mentioned DeCrona didn't have to use many pitches in the first inning. Only threw 16. His second pitch of the second inning misses for a ball. 76-mile-an-hour curveball. Changeup, excuse me. DeCrona has his sign from Postiane. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and a bouncer towards short. Russell fields it cleanly. The throw over to Evan Cloyd. Dug out for the out. 6-3 the put out on John Sicoli. So 3 pitches has yielded 2 outs for DeCrona so far here in the second inning. That'll bring up Harbourcat shortstop Josh Rolling.
We're going to ford the river. Come on.
Josh Rolling, a sophomore at Sacramento State. He stands in for his first at-bat. Pitch on the way to him. Check swing did not go. Misses high, ball one. 84-mile-an-hour cutter. Corona's cutter just about as much velocity as his fastball. As he brings in the 1-0 pitch, that one misses low, ball two. 84-mile-an-hour fastball. It's got to be a little weird for a hitter when you've got a cutter that that moves about as fast as the fastball, but just takes a different trip to the plate. 2-0 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Swung right through an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Count goes to 2-1. Rolling stands back in. DeCrona's 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on and a bouncer to short. Russell's got a way to go as he was playing back, tries to barehand it over to Cloyd, but it's not going to be in time. Infield single for Josh Rolling. Like I said, Russell was playing a little bit deep at short, just in off the outfield grass. So 1 on, 2 away, and that's going to bring up catcher Tyler Pettit.
Now batting number 35, Tyler Pettit.
Tyler Pettit, a junior at Trinity U. Batting in the 9 spot tonight. First pitch that he sees misses outside, ball one. Another cutter at 84. Rolling being held on by Cloyd at first base. Pettit stands back in, takes a couple practice swings. DeCrona set. Throw over to first base. That gets away from Cloyd, but not far. The brilliant thing about that is Cloyd didn't move. He just kept his mitt right on Rolling's back, and Rolling had no clue that the ball scooted away until DeCrona came over to retrieve it. Once he realized that Cloyd didn't have the ball, he started towards second base, but by then it was too late. Hey, JK joining us on the broadcast. Good to have you back, friend. Rolling a lead at first. Another throw over, this one clean. Rolling back safely again. Pettit at the plate with a 1-0 count. Crona, another look over at first base, comes set. 1-0 pitch on the way in, swung on and missed. 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Friend of the broadcast, Jake Moe, checking in. Going well tonight, friend. Glad to have you along. Mariners were victorious earlier. Always makes me happy, especially against Oakland. 1-1 the count on Tyler Pettit. Rolling gets a lead over at first. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2. 84-mile-an-hour cutter. Again, that's just got to be deceiving, having a fastball that's 84, 85, and a cutter that's 84. Pickles faithful being stoked on as the count 1-2, 2 down, runner on first. Still no score, top of the second inning. More cowbell. DeCrona's 1-2, swung on and fouled at the plate. He barely got a piece of that 86-mile-an-hour fastball. DeCrona's still looking for his first strikeout on the night. He rubs a wrinkle into the baseball, steps back up on the rubber. Rolling gets his lead at first. Not a very big one. Still draws a throw from DeCrona. Gets back safely, sliding this time. So DeCrona looking to get out of the inning right here. Ahead in the count, 1-2. Glances over at Cloyd manning first base. 1-2 pitch on the way. Misses outside. Ball 2, 2-2. Cutter at 86 this time. All right. So he's got 3 different pitches that can come in at the low to mid 80s. Count evens up on Pettit. Pettit takes a couple of practice swings. 2-2 pitch on the way. Runner goes. No throw as the pitch was low and outside. So stolen base for Josh Rolling. So a runner at second. 2 outs. Full count now on Pettit. Matthew looking for a strikeout right here. He comes set. Glance back at second base. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, just like the doctor ordered. First strikeout for Matthew DeCrona, and that. Hudson Shoup starting at second base tonight is also thrown in a game already on the season for the Harbourcats. 1-1 pitch on the way. Bouncer right back to Matthew DeCrona. He heads over to first base. Underhands the ball to Evan.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Leading off for the Pickles.
All right, baseball fans, welcome back. Bottom of the second inning, and it's going to be Nick Upstill, Evan Cloyd, and Kyler Stancato. Yeah, Upstill, Cloyd, and Stancato. First pitch of the inning on the way. That one's taken into right center field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Nick Upstill with a leadoff single. Takes the first pitch and deposits it into right field. Morgan coming in and making the play. We got Shank in the house again joining us. Welcome back to the broadcast, friend. Always good to have you. One on, nobody out, and that's going to bring up Pickles' first baseman, Evan Cloyd. Cloyd from Bakersfield, California. Takes a look at the first pitch. Low ball 1, 84-mile-an-hour fastball. Upstill gets his lead from first, held on by Skipworth. Delianis comes set. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on, and that one taken into center field. Going back on the ball is Redfield, and that's going to get down and bounce off the wall for a base hit. Coming around third and being waved home is Nick Upstill. Checking in at second base with an RBI double, Evan Cloyd.
Pickles,
And that's the TriMet Bring 'em Home first run of the game. TriMet is a proud sponsor of the Pickles, helping connect people with their communities while reducing traffic congestion and air pollution in the Portland area. Save money on gas and the hassles of parking, and let TriMet do the driving. TriMet, it's how life moves. So, runner on in scoring position, one in already, and that brings up Kyler Stancato. Stancato, also from Washington State University, cuts through the first pitch from Delianis, a 75-mile-an-hour curveball, 0-1. Stancato getting some love from the Walker's Stadium faithful here. Shows bunt on the second pitch, pulls it back. Count now 1-1, missing with a 75-mile-an-hour changeup. Delianis threw 11 pitches in the first inning. It looks like he's probably going to throw a few more than that here in the second. Stancato takes a practice swing. Delianis looks back at second. Bunt shown again, pulled back, and that pitch misses. Took a little bit off his fastball, coming in at 81. Stancato ahead in the count, 2-1. Stancato having a word with home plate umpire Colin Price. Now stands back in. Delianis comes set. 2-1 pitch on the way. Bunt shown again. That pitch called a strike. Apparently held the bunt for a little bit too long. So count evens up 2-2. Bob Weiscarver listening from Longview, Washington, my hometown. Thanks for joining the broadcast, friend. Look back at second. 2-2 pitch on the way. That one misses outside. Ball 3. 3-2. 78-mile-an-hour curveball that didn't quite curve back over the plate. There's the more cowbell. This is what happens when we mic the field, friends. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off to the left. Was the catch made out there? No, the kids are chasing it. Do they know the red rope rule is in effect? In the Wild Wild West League last year, we'd offer the kids a red rope in exchange for the foul balls returned to the party deck. I thought that was just an overall rule here, but I'm not really certain, so. Still, a baseball for the sake of having a baseball. I mean, it's free baseball. Stancato calls time, steps out of the box. Takes a half-hearted practice swing, now steps back in. Evan Cloyd getting his lead at second base. 3-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and a bloop to second base. Coming over is Shoup, couldn't find the handle, rounding third and coming home for the Pickles' second run is Evan Cloyd. So the official scorekeeper giving Stancato a hit on that and thus an RBI as Evan Cloyd comes in to score. Single, double, single, and the Pickles have 2 runs, nobody outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And that'll bring up number 16, Logan Postier.
Number 16, Logan Postier.
Postier coming to us from the University of Oregon. Takes a look at the first pitch, 77-mile-an-hour curveball that bends over for a strike. So now it's Stancato taking his lead at first base, being held on by Skipworth. Bunt being shown at home plate and fouled off at the plate. Count goes to 0-2.
Lemon sour or something, brother.
Postian glances down at third base, gets the sign. Delianis back up on the bump for Victoria.
And beer.
Behind in the count, 0-2. Delianis comes set. Throw over to first base. Oh, and that one was close, and they got him. Rang him up. Stancato just a little too big of a lead over there at first base. Delianis held on to that for a while, then a quick throw over to Skipworth. Skipworth able to drop the tag before Stancato could get his hand back on the bag. So now Postian at plate with an 0-2 count and 1 out, nobody on. That pitch misses inside. Ball 1 on the 77-mile-an-hour curveball. Harry's 1-2 pitch misses outside. Ball 2, 2-2. Looked like Logan really wanted to swing at that, but was able to hold up. Count even now, 2-2. Pitch on the way, fouled off into the Pickles dugout. Or off the netting in front of it, as it were.
Short line on the body deck.
Logan waits the 2-2 pitch. That one misses well outside. Ball 3. 79-mile-an-hour curveball that basically looked like it got away from Delianis. He climbs back up on the bump. Count full now. 1 away. Nobody on. Pickles have put 2 on the board so far this inning. 3-2 pitch. Called. Strike 3. Logan watches an 87-mile-an-hour fastball go by, and that is strikeout number 2 for Delianis.
Here's your third baseman from UC Santa Barbara, number 12, Jose Ruiz.
Jose Ruiz now at the plate. First pitch over for a strike. 75-mile-an-hour curveball that bends in. 0-1 on Ruiz. Next pitch misses away. Ball 1. 1-1. Ruiz, a sophomore at UC Santa Barbara. Delianis has his sign. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and popped foul behind us. Count goes to 1-2. 78-mile-an-hour changeup.
Not good. Not good.
Delianis set. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off to the right.
Joe Simmons, 2014 versus Hannah.
I think that one stayed inside the park on the back side of the right field berm, though. Delianis ahead in the count, 1-2. Pitch on the way. Misses high. Ball 2. 2-2. 86-mile-an-hour fastball. Ruiz looking to keep things going for the Pickles here in the bottom of the second inning. 2s are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs in. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off into the right tone pole.
All the way up on the party deck.
Count stays at 2-2.
All day. So it's a clap. There you go.
Delianis comes set now. He brings in the 2-2 pitch again. Swung on and missed. And that will do it for the Pickles here in the... Yeah, up still Cloyd and Stancato. First pitch the inning on the way. That one's taken into right center field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Nick Upstill with a leadoff single. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and a bloop to second base. Coming over is Shoop. Couldn't find the handle. Rounding third and coming home for the Pickles. Second run is... Welcome back, baseball fans. Top of the third inning about to get underway here. Your Portland Pickles leading the visiting Victoria Harbourcats by a score of 2-0. Matthew DeCrona out for another inning's worth of work for the Pickles. And while we have a second, I'm going to update you on some scores around the West Coast League. In the top of the sixth inning up in Edmonton, the Nanaimo Night Owls lead the Edmonton Riverhawks by a score of 3-1. Corvallis currently trails Port Angeles by a score of 6-1 down in Corvallis.
Leading off for Victoria, number 30.
Victoria turning the lineup over here to start the third inning. That means Grady Morgan, Roberto Gonzalez, and Joseph Redfield due up. Morgan was retired on one pitch his first at-bat. First pitch of this at-bat misses outside with a 75-mile-an-hour changeup, 1-0. DeCrona's thrown 30 pitches so far, 16 in the first, 14 in the second. Not bad so far. Has the sign that he wants, now brings in the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and that one shot into right field. A bouncer between Saldivar and Cloyd. Up still gets the ball back in, and Grady Morgan has his first hit of the afternoon. In Kamloops, the North Paws currently lead the Black Bears 5-1 in the bottom of the fifth inning. In Walla Walla, the Falcons lead the Sweets 1-0 in the top of the third. In Wenatchee, the Apple Sox trailing the Bend Elks by 1, 5-4 in the top of the second inning. In Yakima Valley leading Springfield 2-1 in the top of the third. First pitch, the at-bat taken to center field. On the way back is Kyler Stancato at the fence, is able to make the play, gets the ball in, and Grady Morgan has to stay at first base. Exit velocity at 98 miles an hour. Stancato already was playing a little bit deep, but based upon the sound of that ball coming off the bat, he knew he has had to head back. Was able to track it and cleanly field it for the first out of the inning. 1 on, 1 away for center fielder Joseph Redfield. But a slow throw over to first base, and Grady Morgan dives back safely. Maybe not the best Saturday night weather for baseball, but definitely not bad. Another throw over to first base. That one a lot closer. Morgan able to slide back safely.
Yeah, buddy.
Did you know it's Launchables, the return of Launchables tonight? Yeah, down on the concourse. Buy some balls to launch.
DeCrona, another throw over to first base. Morgan back again safely.
Launchable, yeah. Gosh.
So since Redfield stepped to the plate, DeCrona's thrown 3 times, but all of them were over to first base. Ridgefield steps back in. Excuse me, Redfield. First pitch of the at-bat, that is over for a strike. 75-mile-an-hour curveball. Redfield steps out now, steps back in. Taps home plate, does a little bit of calisthenics. Another throw over to first base, and again Morgan back safely. Oh, 1 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one taken into right field, and that could be extra bases. Rounding second and heading to third is Morgan. The throw comes into the cutoff man, and we are going to have runners on first and third with 1 out. Redfield with a 1-out single.
Batting for the Harbourcats, number 6, Colton Moore.
So tying runs aboard, 1 down here, top of the third inning. That's going to bring up left fielder Colton Moore. Moore already 1 for 1 on the day. He singled back in the first inning. Doing so here would definitely plate a run for Victoria. DeCrona's first pitch, the at-bat inside, ball 1. Cutter at 84, and Moore backed off the plate a little bit. He steps back in. Redfield being held on by Cloyd at first base. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off to the left. Count evens up at 1-1. Eric Wallace joining the chat. Glad to have you along for the broadcast. Redfield will lead at first. Morgan will lead over at third. DeCrona stares over at first base. Now comes set. 1-1 pitch on the way. Runner goes. The throw down to second base. Not in time. The throw back to home plate, and that will be in time. So credit Redfield with a stolen base. Oh, apparently Gary says I do not get to credit him with a stolen base. And if Gary tells me I don't get to credit him with a stolen base, then he doesn't get a stolen base. Gotcha. Did not realize that negated it. Baseball fans, if you've got a double steal on and the runner is thrown out at home, the runner going from first to second cannot get credited with the steal. That's your Gary bit of insight on baseball for the evening. So the count now 1-2, 2 outs. Runner still in scoring position, but that's Redfield now out at second base. Corona looks back now. The 1-2 pitch to Moore. High ball 2. 2-2. Colleen checking in on the chat.
Too quiet in here for the 3,000 people in here. Come on, make some
Good to have you with us, friend. Be nicer if you were at the ballpark, but I get it. It's the weekend. DeCrona comes set. Look back at second base. 2-2 pitch on the way. In the dirt, ball 3. 3-2. Just buried that curveball. 74 mile an hour. So the count is full, 3-2. Dolphin fans back in the house tonight. Glad to have them along with us. DeCrona awaits Colton Moore, who steps back in. Appears to be ready now. Matthews set. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit towards short. A bouncer handled by Russell. The throw over to first, dug out by Evan Cloyd, and that will do it for Victoria here in the third inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on. Fans, our destination is the bottom of the third inning, and we will be. 1-1 pitch on the way. Runner goes. The throw down to second base. Not in time. The throw back to home plate, and that will be in time.
He swings and fouls it off. It'll reach the seats over back of the Tiger dugout. And the man from Walla Walla will pick up. He swings, fouling ball, stopped by Trubit for the second one, relay to first. 2 for the price of 1 for the There's a breaking ball in for a strike, and he stood there like clouds by the side of the road and watched it go by. Struck him out. That's the third strikeout. Right-hander against the right-hander. The outfield is straight up in deep one. Fielder. He is the DH today. Swings, there's a drive to left.
Hula pickle, pineapple makes it sweet. Jalapeno brings the heat. Wickle pickle in there too. Hula pickle made just for you. Hula pickle.
First pitch, the at-bat taken to center field. On the way back is Kyler Stancato. At the fence is able to make the play. Gets the ball in, and Grady Morton. Welcome back, baseball friends. You just got to see the replay there. First pitch of the bottom of the third inning. Eddie Saldivar Jr. shows bunt and fouls the first pitch back. So DeLeonis threw 11 in the first, 24 pitches in the second inning. We just saw pitch number 36 go by. Wind in the 0-1 pitch. Misses inside, ball one. Curveball that started out over the plate, but by the time it got to home plate, it curved a little too inside. Harry comes set, 1-1 pitch now coming in, swung on and popped up. Redfield in center field comes in, takes a couple steps over towards left, and then settles under the ball for out number one.
Here's your designated hitter.
So nobody on, one down, and that's going to bring up designated hitter Peyton Allen. Allen, 281 on the season, 1 home run and 11 RBIs so far. Takes a look at the first pitch of the at-bat. 76-mile-an-hour curveball over for a strike. Keith Jones, the second on deck for Portland. 0-1 pitch on its way in. Another off-speed pitch, 74-mile-an-hour curveball over for a strike. So Allen given nothing but off-speed pitches so far. Climbs back in the batter's box. The 0-2 pitch fouled off into the netting. Count stays at 0-2. So after 2 off-speed pitches, DeLeonis comes back with an 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Allen was waiting for it, though, just didn't get much of it. Harry comes set. 0-2 pitch on its way in. Swung on, and that one taken into right field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Morgan over to field it, gets the ball back into the infield, and Peyton Allen with a one-out single here in the third.
Keep it going for your left fielder, number 18, Keith Jones, the second.
Yeah!
So 1 on, 1 out for Keith Jones, the second. Keith got aboard in his first plate appearance by getting plunked by a pitch. DeLeonis set, brings in the first pitch of the at-bat, high and outside, ball one, 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Not 100% sure if that was a pitch out or not, but doesn't really matter. Skipworth holding Allen on at first. DeLeonis set. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, and that one taken into left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Moore started in on the ball and then decided it was going to drop too quickly, went back on it, and had to field it on a hop. Allen checks in at second base. Keith Jones the second with a single. So back-to-back singles for your Pickles will bring up shortstop Kyle Russell. Exit velo of 96 miles an hour on that single off the bat of Keith Jones.
Number 34, Kyle Russell.
Kyle Russell coming into the game tonight batting .250 with a 1 home run. Pickles with a 2-0 lead as we continue to play here in the bottom of the third inning. Pickles threatening. DeLeonis looks back at second base. His first pitch, the at-bat, well off the plate, 0-1. 77-mile-an-hour curveball. Harry takes a long look back at second base, now climbs back up on the rubber. Looks in, gets his sign from Pettit. 1-0 pitch on the way, a little bit high with an 83-mile-an-hour fastball. Ball 2. 2-0. Moose trying out some new sound effects here at the stadium this evening. It's Oregon Trail night. DeLeonis will look back at second base. Now brings in the 2-0 pitch. Off-speed pitch bends in for a strike. 72-mile-an-hour curveball. Is that the slowest curveball we've seen from him tonight? Yep, okay. See, I yelled at Matthew earlier. I told him not to get in the YouTube chat, so So you're going to hear us have conversations now. Jones will lead at first. Allen will lead at second. 2-1 pitch on its way in. Swung on and fouled straight back. Count evens up on Russell at 2-2. You are not typing in the chat now. You knocked that the just, God dang it. This press box, I tell you, some people's children. Harry looks back at second. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Okay, thought he fouled that off. He did not. Swung right through that. 78-mile-an-hour curveball, and Russell down on strikes. This is the fourth strikeout for Delianis already this game. 2 on, 2 out, and that's going to bring up right fielder Nick Upstill. Upstill singled in his first at bat all the way back in leading off the second inning. Came around to score eventually. Up now with 2 on and 2 out. First pitch of the at bat, checks his swing, pitches outside with a 76-mile-an-hour changeup, 1-0.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
Delianis comes set. Glances back at second base, brings the 1-0 pitch inside. Upstill able to move out of the way of that 84-mile-an-hour fastball. Ahead in the count now, 2-0. Allen, being held on slightly by Rolling, who's returned back to his shortstop position. He does creep in case there's a throw. 2-0 pitch on the way. That one over for a strike. 2-1. Yeah, that looked all of a 74-mile-an-hour curveball, didn't it? Upstill in a spot to put a couple more on the board for Portland. Lefty twirls the bat around. He is ready. Delianis comes set. 2-1 on its way in. Swung on and he popped him up. Rolling over at short, waits for it to come down. It eventually does, and that will do it for Portland here in the bottom of the third inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on. Fans, thanks for joining us. We're going to head to the top of the fourth inning in about 90 seconds. We'll see you there. Your Pickles up 2-0.
You could see a doctor the same day at a time you choose. What if your visit started on time and you left with a prescription? What if going to the doctor was easy? Good news. At Zoom Care, it is.
Whoa! Personal foul.
What the feezy?
You can't use a beard trimmer below the 50-yard line. This is the Waterproof Lawnmower 4.0 by Manscaped.
What's the difference?
It's got new skin-safe technology to help reduce cuts and nicks. It's powerful, yet gentle, just like me.
Dog, I appreciate you.
Boop. Hey, watch out. I'm not ticklish. Get yours at manscaped.com.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Welcome back, baseball friends. We are headed to the top of the fourth inning. Your Pickles with a 2-0 lead. It's going to be Hudson Shoup, Jake Skipworth, and John Sicoli for the Harbourcats. BMX Dirt Bike checking in saying, let's go put in Freddie, assuming you're referring to Freddie Rodriguez, who's in the bullpen tonight for the Pickles. Thanks for joining the broadcast. Glad to have you along. Friends, I am Mike Checks. I'm working alongside Gary, Noah, Jay, Matthew, and Moose. We are bringing you all of tonight's action, and we'll continue to do so all season long. We are always glad to have you with us.
Leading off for Victoria, number 3, Hudson Shoup.
So DeCrona, 16 pitches in the first, 14 in the second, 11 in the third. We like where this is trending. He steps up on the mound. You know, it's helped that he's gotten 2 first pitch outs so far. See if he can do that again here in the fourth. First pitch swung on and taken to center field. Kyler Stancato takes 3-4 steps over, settles under it, and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. Now, Matthew, did that happen in the 3rd inning as well? It happened in the 1st and 2nd. Gary's saying no. Happened in the 1st and 2nd. Didn't happen in the 3rd. Did happen in the 4th. DeCrona's got to like that. Like, as a pitcher, that's got to be a great feeling to come out of the dugout, throw 1 pitch, and already have 1 away. So that'll bring up Jake Skipworth. 0 for 1. He flew out to Stancato in center field in the 2nd inning. First pitch of the at-bat, over for a strike. 75-mile-an-hour slider catches part of the plate. 0-1. Matthew already has his sign into his wine in the 0-1 pitch. That one off speed as well, an over at 75. Slider that time. Nice pitch. 0-2. DeCrona works quickly when he doesn't have anybody on. 0-2 pitch on its way in already. That one off the plate and in the dirt. Lost control of that 74-mile-an-hour slider. Still ahead in the count, 1-2. John Sicoli on deck for Victoria. DeCrona's set now, though. 1-2 pitch on its way in. Swung on, and that one taken out to Stancato in center field. This time he goes back 3 or 4 steps, waits for the ball to come down. It does, and he catches it. Stancato's been busy already today. Let's see, from out there he's caught 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's had 6 opportunities so far and has fielded all 6 of them perfectly, playing a great center field tonight. John Sicoli, designated hitter for the Harbourcats, now up. 2 down, nobody on here in the 4th. First pitch of the at-bat, inside, ball 1.
More Dolphins.
Change up at 78, just misses. Oh my gosh, it's a battle between the Dolphins, the Wookiees, and the Cowbells tonight. Oh my gosh. This is only game 2 of like a 14-game homestand. That pitch fouled off into the netting on the left. Count goes to 1-1. 86-mile-an-hour cutter spoiled foul. So if Sicoli can get aboard, he'll be followed by Josh Rowling, who's currently in the on-deck circle for Victoria. Sicoli bounced out to short back in the 2nd inning. One pitch from DeCrona. That one's over for a strike. 75-mile-an-hour slider, okay. Slider curve.
2 strikes, get loud, Walker Stadium!
Walker faithful cheering on DeCrona, who's looking for another strikeout. Ahead in the count, 1-2 on John Sicoli. Pitch on the way. That one hit him. Yeah, it hit him before it hit the dirt. So Sicoli will take the slow stroll down to first base, hit by a pitch, and that'll bring up Josh Rowling. Jake Moe chiming in with more Dolphin. All right, so Dolphin getting love in the YouTube chat. Cloyd's going to hold on Sicoli at first base. DeCrona glances over, now comes set. First pitch of the at-pat misses high, ball 1. Cutter at 82. Listen, you cannot check in the chat and ask for more Dolphin. Moose is right there. Just ask him. Throw over to first base, more of a soft toss. Sicoli back standing. It's going to be a fun weekend here at Walker Stadium. If you're in the greater Portland metro area, you should come down and join us. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one misses high. Ball 2, 2-0. DeCrona missing high with the fastball this time. Big sigh from the Pickles pitcher up on the mound. Takes a look over at first base. Now comes set. 2-0 pitch on its way and swung on, and that is popped up. Stancato coming in, still coming in, settles under it and makes the catch. Stancato, one of the busiest people on the baseball field for the Portland Pickles tonight. That will do it for Victoria here in the top of the fourth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one runner left on. Fans, we're going to stick here. We've got a Max BP fly ball challenge. The fine folks at Max BP gifted us one of their Max BP machines, and apparently we're going to see if fans can catch these. Oh, they need to catch 10 of them. And of course, Dylan is out there. Oh, Dylan's going to try this game blindfolded because naturally. So here we go. Now wait, oh, is this just Dylan versus one fan?
Oh, I don't know, we're malfunctioning. Here we go, here's one for Dylan. 0-0, I think.
All right, nobody's caught one yet.
Sam's got 2. He just did the fair
Or no,
he's for no reason.
Our fan now has 3.
All right, Sam's got 4.
4. Dylan almost caught Sam there.
5 for Sam, none for Dylan.
I don't understand if Dylan's there to actually catch things or if he's there to distract our contestants. Either way, he's doing a great job.
And that's it. Sam is the big winner. Dylan is on his stuff. Make some noise for Sam, everybody, as he spikes the last one. Big winner. Let's hear it for our friends at Max BP.
So there you have it. We had a fan that beat a blindfolded mascot in the Max BP Fly Ball Challenge.
Leading off for the pitch, your first baseman, number 17, Evan Cloyd.
That was sufficiently silly. So it's going to be Evan Cloyd, Kyler Stancato, and Logan Postiane. Harry Delianis back up on the mound. First pitch, and that plunks him. 84-mile-an-hour fastball off the shoulder. That was not awesome. Second batter Delianis is hit tonight.
Now batting is your center fielder, number 29, Kyler Stancato.
Yeah, nice-sized crowd tonight here at Walker Stadium.
Grab a drink, everybody. You're way too quiet.
Pickle faithful being goaded on by our PA announcer. First pitch of the at-bat misses outside, ball 1 with 71-mile-an-hour curveball. Kyler Stancato at the plate, singled back in the second inning, drove in a run, also got picked off. He stands back in. Delianis comes set, 1-0 pitch. Low in the dirt, ball 2, 2-0, 83-mile-an-hour fastball. That's going to draw Pettit out for a conversation on the mound. Cloyd over at first, Stancato at bat, Postiane in the on-deck circle. On the scoreboard for our visiting Victoria Harbourcats, no runs on 4 hits, no errors. For your home team, Portland Pickles, 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Stancato stands back in. Stancato a home run and 3 RBIs on the season. 2-0 pitch on its way outside. Ball 3, 3-0. Another fastball in the mid-80s. So Stancato up on the count, 3-0. Let's see if he's given the green light here. Pitch on the way, misses outside, ball 4. So whether he was given the green light or not, he did not take it. Cloyd moves down to second. Stancato on at first. No hits so far this inning, but the Pickles have 2 on and nobody out for Logan Postiane.
Jeremiah.
And it looks like we got a mound visit now, and it's not just Pettit coming out. The entire infield comes in. Member of the coaching staff out on the mound for Victoria. We do have at least one pitcher up in the bullpen for the Harbourcats. Looks like number 47. That would be Sam Wellbridge throwing in Victoria's bullpen. The lights have come on here at Walker Stadium, which is probably a good thing. There's no real sun to speak of. Looks like Delianis is going to stay on the mound for right now. We got one or two of the Pickles pitchers standing down in the bullpen, but nobody's really doing anything of consequence out there, at least not that I'm able to tell from this vantage point. I mean, there might be a game of chess or cribbage going on out there, but I don't actually know. Oh, Evan Leibel at the plate.
Walker Stadium, we got two picks on the pond. Make some noise.
Now batting, number 11, Evan Leibel.
So it's actually Evan Leibel standing in for Postier. Evan showing bunt. Delianis steps off the mound. Looks Evan Cloyd back to second base. Skipworth playing in at first, about even with the pitcher. Runs in even farther. Leibel pulls back his bunt, swings through the pitch, 0-1, fouls it off to the left. Gonzalez playing just on the infield grass at third. Skipworth playing two steps in, now running in even closer. Leibel shows bunt, pulls back, swings through the next pitch. 0-2, fooled him with a 74-mile-an-hour curveball. So with two strikes on Evan, going to be interesting to see how the infield chooses to play this. Gonzalez pretty much still in the same spot at third. Skipworth's moved back, now he's creeping in again. Stancato getting a larger lead at first. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit towards first, and it is through for a base hit. Hitting third base and coming home is Evan Cloyd. No, he held up. So Cloyd advances to third. Stancato down to second, and Evan Leibel with a single. First hit of the inning for the Pickles, but the bases are loaded and nobody out.
Number 12, Jose Ruiz.
So with bases loaded, Jose Ruiz at the home plate. Struck out his first time up back in the second inning. Delianis in a bit of a pickle himself right now, trying to work out of a jam. Defense for Victoria indicates that they would take a double play and give up a run. First pitch of the at-bat misses inside with a 74-mile-an-hour curveball. Ball one. Ruiz steps back in. Delianis now comes set. Lead at every base. 1-0 pitch on the way. Off-speed pitch. Misses inside with a 77-mile-an-hour curveball. Ball two. Fans getting into it down the third base line, down the first base line, out in the picnic tables in center field. 2-0 pitch. Just misses. Ball three. 85-mile-an-hour fastball that didn't find any part of the plate. I'm going to guess Ruiz is just going to watch this fourth pitch go by. Ahead in the count, 3-0 pitch on the way. That one over for a strike. 84-mile-an-hour fastball. 3-1 on Ruiz. Eddie Saldivar Jr. on deck. Delianis comes set. 3-1 coming in, swung on and missed. Count goes full, 3-2, swung through an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. So let's see what Harry Delianis comes back with on this pitch. He's set. Pitch on the way, misses low, ball 4.
Get those chairs unwalked.
So Evan Cloyd scores run number 3 of the game. Kyler Stancato moves down to third base. Evan Leibel moves up to second, and Jose Ruiz has himself an RBI base on balls. That's going to turn the lineup over. You can see the chairs being raised here at Walker Stadium, and not only will it turn the lineup over, my guess is this is going to be us getting a relief pitcher. I had mentioned earlier that it was number 47 down in the bullpen warming up, Sam Wellbridge. And we've got somebody jogging in from left field. See if we can get a number on that. Make sure it is Wellbridge. 14 pitches this inning. All right. I missed the third inning total, so we had 11 in the first, 24 in the second, 14 in the fourth.
Andy.
Go on.
Here, down here at the concession stand.
So we've got a meeting of Victoria Harbourcats on the pitching mound. It is number 47, so taking over for Harry Delianis, that is going to be Sam Wellbridge.
Jeremiah, what's your favorite part of the Oregon Trail?
Harry Delianis ends up going 3.
Yeah, right answer, baby. Shout out here from Oregon City.
Somebody just get tossed, Moose? Yep. Sure does. Looks like Todd Haney just got run, and he is not happy at all. He is still jawing with the home plate umpire. Billy Yeager is trying to keep space between the two of them. Todd Haney finally being escorted back to his dugout. He was absolutely livid about something. My guess is the home plate umpire, Colin Price, was just trying to tell him, listen, your mound visit's over, friend. It's time to get the game back on the road. So it looks like skipper for the Harbourcats been relieved of his duties this evening.
Very exciting news to report.
So Todd Haney got run.
Launch balls have all been sold. They found 20 more, so if you want to launch a ball.
So fans, we're going to take a quick break here while Sam Wellbridge takes his warm-up pitches. We'll bring the broadcast back to you here in just a few moments.
Go get one.
All right, baseball fans, welcome back. I'm sorry, that is Sam Wellbridge on the mound. He's taking over for Harry Delianis. Delianis goes 3 innings, gave up 6 hits. On the hook for 3 runs so far, and all of the runners out there still on base for the Pickles. He walked 2 batters, hit 2 batters, and struck out 4. Many thanks, Christian Stewart, for the correction on the last name there. Much appreciated. So Walbridge going to take over and inherits a heck of a jam right now. Kyler Stancato on at third. Evan Leibel hanging out at second base. Jose Ruiz over on first. And Eddie Saldivar Jr. to the plate for the Pickles.
Make some noise, you ready for some baseball up in here, Water Stadium, huh? And we had a slight delay here. Let's go.
But he's worth the wait. Now batting number 1, Eddie Saldivar Jr.
So Eddie stretches out. Gets himself ready, now stands in. Walbridge comes set. His first pitch of the ball game misses outside, ball 1. Didn't waste any time and get to the plate at 92 miles an hour. Walbridge looks like an imposing figure out there on the mound. 1-0 pitch on its way in. That one just misses low, ball 2. 92 miles an hour on the fastball once again. Walbridge climbs back up on the mound. Saldivar steps back in. 2-0 pitch on its way in, and that was inside and hit him. Wow, so Saldivar gets hit. He gets an RBI on the HBP. Kyler Stancato trots home for the Pickles. Leibel moves up to third and Ruiz to second. So, only 1 hit so far this inning for the Pickles, and they have plated 2 runs already. That pitch misses at 93. First pitch the at-bat to Peyton Allen. Well, Walbridge is a bit of a tall kid, 6'5", sophomore from the U of Texas, Austin. 1-0 pitch on its way in. That one over for a strike at 91. Evens up the count on Allen at 1-1. Nothing but fastballs so far from Walbridge. He's thrown 6 so far, 5 for balls, 1 for strike. Pitch on the way, swung on and a bouncer towards second. Shoop over to Rolling, over to Skipworth, 4-6-3, the double play on Allen, but a run comes in to score. Leibel the one coming in to score. Jose Ruiz moves over to third base. Saldivar was doubled up as Allen bounces into the double play. So 3 in this inning, 2 down now, and that's going to bring up left fielder Keith Jones the second. Walbridge comes set. His pitch on the way. Off-speed pitch? Yeah, it was. 75 miles an hour on the curveball. Nope, slider, curveball. All right. The slurve, 75 miles an hour on the slurve. See, Matthew's got to be the one to figure out what the pitch is, and he didn't have a clue, and I sure didn't, so.
All right, Walker Stadium, we still got some picks.
Jones ahead in the count, 2-0. Walker Stadium getting noisy again. 2-0 pitch on its way in. That one over the outside part of the plate for a strike at 92. Jones still ahead in the count, 2-1. Ruiz, the only runner left out there for the Pickles. He gets his lead at third base, not really being held on. 2-1 pitch in the dirt, ball 3. Another 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Walbridge has his sign now. Brings in the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and a bouncer towards first, but foul. So the count full on Keith Jones the second. You know, the line on DeLeon still isn't done because he is responsible for Ruiz out there at third base. Walbridge comes set. 3-2 pitch on the way in the dirt, ball 4. So Keith Jones has made it to first base every way possible this afternoon. Well, 3 out of 4 ways possible, I guess. Hit by a pitch in the first, singled in the third, and now drew a walk in the fourth. So runners on the corners, and that's going to bring up shortstop Kyle Russell. Kyle Russell looking to put the ball in play this at-bat. Struck out his first 2 times up. First pitch that he takes a look at from Walbridge. He spoils foul on the right side. It's not quite going to make it out over to the berm. Wow, the left field berm is packed tonight. Walbridge pitch on the way. Throw down to second. Now the throw back to home, and out by a country mile was Jose Ruiz. As we learned earlier in this game, nobody gets a stolen base on that. That's a fielder's choice in which Ruiz is out, and that will do it for your Pickles here in the 4th inning. But they plate 3 runs, courtesy of 1 base hit.
Whoa, personal foul.
What the feezy?
You can't use a beard trimmer below the 50-yard line. This is the Waterproof Lawnmower 4.0 by Manscaped.
What's the difference?
It's got new skin-safe technology to help reduce cuts and nicks. It's powerful, yet gentle, just like me.
Dog, I appreciate you.
Boop. Hey, watch out. I'm not ticklish. Get yours at manscaped.com.
Welcome back, baseball friends. Top of the 5th inning is where we are at, and we have a new pitcher on the mound for your Portland Pickles. BMX Dirt Bike in the chat going to be really happy. That is number 10, Freddie Rodriguez. He takes over for Matthew DeCrona, who goes 4 innings, scattering 4 hits, gives up no runs, walks 1, and strikes out a batter. 16, 14, 11, and 12 are the number of pitches for a total of 53. Really great outing by DeCrona. So Rodriguez out on the bump. His first pitch of the night swung on and missed, strike 1. It's going to be Tyler Pettit, Grady Morgan, and Roberto Gonzalez for your Harbourcats. Rodriguez has his sign. 0-1 pitch on the way, misses outside, ball 1. 1-1, missing with a 79-mile-an-hour curveball. You know, at least the Wookiee sound doesn't get booed once they call for more Dolphin. We're not to that point in the game yet. Wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way. Misses high. Ball 2, 2-1, 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Vanessa Rodriguez joining the chat. Welcome. Glad to have you along. Love watching Freddie Rodriguez pitch. If you haven't seen Rodriguez pitch yet this season, he will vary how much time he takes for his wind and delivery. It's enthralling to watch. That pitch misses 78-mile-an-hour off the plate, 3-1. Slider just off the plate. So Pettit ahead in the count, 3-1. Rodriguez goes into his motion, pitch on the way, and that misses high, ball 4. So Pettit draws a 5-pitch walk. That'll turn the lineup over for the Harbourcats, which means Grady Morgan to the plate. We're going to have a mound visit, though, real quick. Cannot imagine they're going to lift Freddie after one batter. This is probably more just a mechanics thing.
Morgan Trail Night, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Sounds like salute your shorts, but it sounds like Camp Onawana to me, but we hold you in our hearts. And when we think of
Freddie's got a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, changeup, a curve, and a slider. Well, and fans, you really should buy your tickets now.
Number 31, Grady Morgan.
I totally missed the ticket promo read. I'll pick that up in a little bit. Sorry about that, Jay. E12. That's me. E12, friend. Winding the pitch on the way. Misses a little high and outside. Ball 1 to Grady Morgan. Morgan 1 for 2, singled in the 3rd inning. Was thrown out at home. Also popped up to Stan Cotto. 1-0 pitch missing well outside. Ball 2. 2-0. 88-mile-an-hour fastball off the plate. Pettit a lead at first. 2-0 pitch on the way. That one catches the outside part of the plate at 88 miles an hour. Nice fastball from Rodriguez. Looks in at Postier, has his sign, he's set. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Count evens up at 2-2. Blew an 88-mile-an-hour fastball by Grady Morgan. So a 2-2 count. Rodriguez set. Pitch on the way, runner goes, pitch inside, the throw down to second base. In time, got him. Pettit got a little bit of a late jump, and Postier was able to throw down to second and nail Pettit sliding in. Good play by your Portland Pickles. So now the count full with 1 out on Grady Morgan. Rodriguez back into his full motion, 3-2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off into the netting. 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Wow, with where I put that ambient mic, that was a really cool sound. Rodriguez has his sign into the 3-2 again. Just misses low with an off-speed curveball, 79 miles an hour, and Grady Morgan draws the second walk of the inning.
Batting for the Harbourcats, number 53.
So 1 on, 1 out, and that's going to bring up third baseman Roberto Gonzalez. Gonzalez drew a walk back in the first inning, advanced to second base on Colton Moore's single, and was, I don't know if you'd call it robbed, but just a victim of a great play by Stan Cotto in center field. He watches the first pitch sail by outside. 89-mile-an-hour fastball that misses, 1-0. Morgan a lead over at first. Cloyd holding him on. Throw over to first base and Morgan back standing. Want to know the count. Rodriguez set, pitch on the way. That one over first strike. Beautiful pitch. 78-mile-an-hour curveball. One and one on Gonzalez. Steps back in, taps home plate. Morgan gets his lead at first. Rodriguez set. 1-1 on its way in. Swung on, and that one taken into center field. No, ranging over is Saldivar Jr., who makes the snag. Nice play by Eddie, robbing Gonzalez of a base hit. Seen some great defense by the Pickles fielders this evening. So 1 on, 2 down for center fielder Joseph Redfield. Redfield flew out to Stan Cotto, who hasn't this game. Also had a single in the third inning. Morgan draws another throw over to first base, but he's back in time standing. Rodriguez's first pitch of the at-bat over the outside part of the plate at 88 for a strike. 0-1. Rodriguez already has his sign from Logan. Another throw over to first base. Morgan back standing. Greedy not taking a terribly big lead over at first base. Cloyd holding him on. Rodriguez ahead of the count, 0-1. Pitch on the way, swung on, and that one is hit to right field and hard, and that is going to get down for extra bases. Misplayed at the wall by Upstill. Rounding third and coming home is Morgan. The throw into second base, and Victoria's got their first run of the game. RBI double for Joseph Redfield.
Now batting number 6, Colton Moore.
So Redfield on at second. That's going to bring up left fielder Colton Moore. Moore 1 for 2 with a single and bounced out to short. Victoria trying to put together a little rally here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. They've plated 1 so far. Pitch on the way, outside ball 1. 89-mile-an-hour fastball just missing. You know, I'm sure if the crowd said please, there would probably be more Dolphin more often. 1-0 pitch misses high, ball 2, 2-0. A sinker missing high. Looks like Rodriguez just trying to dial in that release point right now. Behind in the count, 2-0. Moore patiently awaiting. Rodriguez looks back at second. Now the 2-0 pitch swung on and line down the third base line, but foul. Apparently it's going to be Keith Jones that has to run all the way over and retrieve that. He gets the ball, throws it back in, now returns to his position in left field. Rodriguez has a new baseball. He's back up on bump. Takes a look back at second base. 2-1 pitch on the way now. Swung on and missed. Count evens up at 2-2 on the Harbourcats left fielder. Yeah, Jake, we haven't really been able to fix the spam bots in the YouTube chat, but we're working on it. Bots need baseball too? I don't know. 2-2 the count. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Got him. Strike 3. Freddie Rodriguez, his first strikeout of the evening, second strikeout for Portland Pickles pitchers overall, and that will do it for Victoria here in the top of the 5th inning. We got 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. Fans, we are moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your Pickles lead 5-1. Rodriguez set. Pitch on the way, runner goes, pitch inside, the throw down to second base, in time, got him.
You could see a doctor the same day at a time you choose. What if your visit started on time and you left with a prescription? What if going to the doctor was easy? Good news. At Zoom Care, it is.
You know, I joke about it every time, but it's true. When we decide not to show the dizzy bat, it's flipping great. When we do decide to do it, it's awful. This one ended with Dylan almost getting tackled, the ice cream bar hitting the field. Like, I don't know. There's no way for us to win on this. Whatever. So Walbridge out for his second inning's worth of work. Kyle Russell, Nick Upstill, and Evan Cloyd to the plate for your Portland Pickle. First pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Holy cow, man, 92-mile-an-hour fastball, sure was. I actually thought it was faster than that. I mean, I trust the output that you're getting over there, but good Lord, that pitch came in quickly. Wow. 0-1 the count, pitch on the way. That one, 91. I don't know how the 92-mile-an-hour fastball looked about 4 miles an hour faster than the 91, but that's the way it looked. So Russell quickly behind in the count, 0-2, and I do mean quickly. Line and the pitch on the way, misses outside, ball 1-2. 93, is that the top that we've seen from Walbridge so far? Okay. Walbridge got some heat on the mound. He's set, 1-2 pitch on the way in, check swing. Foul tip. All right, count stays 1-2. There's some disagreement as to whether or not that was a foul tip. I didn't see the umpire's call, but nobody also asked for an appeal on the check swing, so your guess is as good as mine, as it doesn't really matter. Russell swinging through that pitch, 75-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch, and he is down on strikes for the third time tonight.
Show your appreciation for your right fielder, number 30, Nick Upstill.
So it looks like that was strikeout number 5 for Victoria Harbourcats pitchers, Sam Walbridge's first strikeout. And that's going to bring up right fielder Nick Upstill. Takes a look at the first pitch from Sam, which misses with a curveball. 74 miles an hour. That's got to be a lot nicer to come into an at-bat against than a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Lefty stands back in. Walbridge comes set. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and crushed foul into the netting. And hit the netting right above Evan Cloyd, who's in the on-deck circle. Count is 1-1. Sam set, pitch on the way. Misses low, ball 2. Back to 93 on the fastball. Walbridge's got an arm, no question about that. He comes set now, brings in the 2-1. Swung on and a bloop towards second. Coming over the shortstop, Rawlings. The throw over to Skipworth, not in time. Credit Nick Upstill with an infield single. Slow bouncer towards shortstop. Rolling, finally able to field it. Gets the throw over to Skipworth, but does not get it there in time.
Evan Cloyd.
So Evan Cloyd to the plate now. 1 on, 1 away. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Back to 93. I don't need to tell you what pitch that is. I'm sure you can figure it out for yourselves. Up still, takes a short lead over at first, being held on by Skipworth. Dances back and forth. Now the 0-1 pitch on the way, over for a strike at 91. 0-2. Cloyd steps out, takes a look over at third base. Has his signs now, stands back in. Walbridge staring over at first, comes set. His 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on and a bouncer towards second. Shoop has it over to Skipworth, 4-3 the put out on the play. Nick Upstill advances to second on the fielder's choice. So another run in scoring position for your Portland Pickles, and well, here's the man of the evening, I guess. It's Kyler Stancato. He's been busy. Had a number of chances out in center field defensively. Had an RBI single back in the second inning. Drew a walk in the fourth and came around to score. That's a pretty full night already. Upstill gets his lead at second base. Kind of holding him on. First pitch misses low, ball 1. Curveball at 72. Holy cow. From 93 on a fastball to 72 on a curve. That's... Well, if you're Sam Walbridge, that's impressive. If you're an opponent, that's irritating. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one misses low, ball 2. 2-0. Back to the fastball. Did you? 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, and that one taken into left field. Ranging over is Moore. He comes in, makes the play, and that will do it for you Pickles here in the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. Fans, we're headed to the 6th inning already. Your score, 5-1 Portland.
Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Hula pickle, pineapple makes it sweet. Jalapeno brings the heat. Wickle pickle in there too. Hula pickle made just for you. Hula pickle.
67 on you. Plus Gary.
All right, fans, welcome back. Gary just got thrown under the bus by our PA announcer. Announced attendance this evening, 3,167. Freddie Rodriguez back on the mound for your Portland Pickles. His first pitch of the 6th inning misses outside, ball 1. For the Pickles tonight, 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors for our visiting Victoria Harbourcats. 1 run on 5 hits, no errors so far tonight. 1-0 pitch on its way in, and a bouncer right back to Freddie. Beautifully fielded, takes a couple steps over to Cloyd at first, tosses the ball over, and Shoop is out 1-3 on the putout. Couple defensive changes for you for the Portland Pickles. Taking over earlier in the game for Postier is Evan Leibel behind the dish, and Wyatt King taking over for Nick Upstill, starting this inning out in right field. So 1 on, nobody out, and that's going to bring up first baseman Jake Skipworth. First pitch to Skipworth, bends in for a strike, 80-mile-an-hour curve, changeup, 0-1. Skipworth sent 2 out to center field. Unfortunately, they were in the vicinity of Kyler Stancato, and he was able to make the play both times. Freddie dangles the leg, delays the 0-1 pitch, finally gets it in there and misses inside, ball 1, 88-mile-an-hour sinker. Into his wind, the 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Skipworth falls behind 1-2, 79-mile-an-hour slider got him swinging. You know, we should probably go through the West Coast score leagues here in just a moment. Rodriguez into his wind, 1-2 pitch. Eventually on the way, swung on and missed, got him, strike 3. Strikeout number 3 by the Pickles pitching staff. Second strikeout for Freddie Rodriguez. A quick 2 down here in the top of the 6th for Victoria, and that's going to bring up John Sicoli.
Batting for Victoria, number 34, John Sicoli.
Sicoli 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to shortstop, and his first at-bat was plunked his last time up. Takes a look at the first pitch from Freddie Rodriguez, which misses inside at 80 on a changeup, 1-0. Sicoli's ready. Now Rodriguez's 1-0 pitch is on the way. Outside ball 2, 2-0. 78-mile-an-hour curveball that's missing. Rodriguez has his sign from Leibel. Goes into his motion. 2-0 pitch on the way. Misses outside. Ball 3. 3-0. Well, up in Edmonton, the Riverhawks holding a 6-4 lead over Nanaimo. That game in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cam Loops has already put down the Black Bears 5-2 tonight. Rodriguez winds. 3-0 pitch on the way. Over for a strike. Wow. Sicoli was taking a trip to first base on that pitch and was called a strike by Colin Price, our home plate umpire tonight. Still ahead in the count, 3-1. Rodriguez winds and deals. Swung on and fouled off the left tone pole. Count goes full, 3-2 on Victoria's designated hitter. In Corvallis, well, you can't keep the Knights down. They've come roaring back now. Lead Port Angeles 7-6 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lewis Roses will be happy to hear that. 3-2 pitch on the way. Outside ball 4. Misses with an 89-mile-an-hour fastball, so Sicoli draws a 2-out walk. Much less painful than the way he got to first base last time. That's going to bring up shortstop Josh Rolling. In Wenatchee, the Apple Sox trailing the Bend Elks 11-5 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Yakima Valley trailing Springfield in Yakima Valley by a score of 10-2. That game in the top of the 6th. And in Walla Walla, the game was suspended with the Falcons leading 1-0. Pitch on the way, and that is hammered out to left field. Jones going back on the ball now. Over, settles under and makes the catch, and that will do it for Victoria here in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on, and fans, it's my favorite time of the evening. It is our Dillon versus fan race, and well, folks, since it's Oregon Trail Night, our contestant and Dillon each have a wagon with another entity in it. Dillon is going to be pulling Little P, and one of our fans will be pulling another fan along the outfield track. And away they go. Well, it started out slowly. Now, how did we have the fan on the grass? Are Dillon and Lil P on the grass? No, they're not. They're on the warning track. How is this even happening? This is horrible. This is horrible. Dillon and Little P. Okay, now wait. The other team just gave up on the wagon, and they are running across the outfield. It doesn't matter. They're not going to catch him. It's Dillon and Little P by a country mile. Holy cow. I thought our fans got dysentery halfway along the trip there and didn't make it over. It was pretty rough. Well,
way too good at that.
so again, I always point this out only because he's gone undefeated since then. Dylan started 0-1 and is now on like a 5-race winning streak. So credit to the best mascot in all of baseball, also the best fan racing mascot in all of baseball, apparently.
Number 9, Owen Luchis.
So Owen Luchis on the mound now for Victoria. Luchis takes over for Sam Walbridge. Walbridge goes 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, does not give up a run himself. Harbourcats 1 run on 5 hits, no errors so far tonight. 1-0 pitch on its way in, and a bouncer right back to Freddie. Beautifully fielded, takes a couple steps over to Cloyd at first. Lucci John to take a look at Kyler. Evan Leibel? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I thought Joe said Kyler Stancato, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. So Evan Leibel at the plate. It's going to be Leibel, Ruiz, and Saldivar Jr. First pitch from Lucic, 85-mile-an-hour fastball, strike 1. Cheers from fans down the left field line. I'm not exactly sure why. 0-1 pitch missing inside, ball 1. 76-mile-an-hour slider. What was that? We're not pointing that out. We're not bringing that up. That's not happening. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one's going to get it down into center field for a base hit. Redfield over to field it. Leibel's going to hold up at first base, his second single.
Remember, if you have a tennis ball in your hand and you're sitting on the bleachers, you're doing it wrong. Go to the left.
Exit velocity at 97 for that hit for Evan Leibel, and that's going to bring up third baseman Jose Ruiz.
Batting for your Pickles, number 12, Jose Ruiz.
Joseph joining us in the chat. Glad to have you along on the broadcast, friend. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday evening. First pitch of the at-bat, bunted, a pop fly bunt, fielded greatly by Lucic. I almost want to put Ruiz down as going F1 on that, like he flew out to the pitcher on a bunt. I'm going to, because it's my scorebook. Nobody can do anything about that. I mean, Gary can look at it later and tell me I'm wrong, but...
Number 1, Eddie Saldivar.
So that'll turn the lineup over for your Pickles once again, which means Eddie Saldivar Jr. to the plate. He comes up here in the 6th with 1 out and 1 on. Lights actually having an effect now at Walker Stadium. First pitch of the at-bat misses outside, ball 1. Fastball coming in at 86 miles an hour from Owen. Saldivar popped out to center field his first 2 trips and then was hit by a pitch back in the 4th, which was good enough to drive in a run. 1-0 pitch on its way in, swung on, and that one taken into right center field for a base hit. Hitting second and rounding towards third is Evan Leibel. He will end up at third base standing, and a single for Eddie Saldivar Jr. puts runners on the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Here's your designated hitter, number 3, Peyton Allen.
Howdy, Joseph. We're broadcasting live from the beautiful city of Portland, Oregon, here at historic Walker Stadium in the Lentz neighborhood. Exit velocity on that single from Eddie Saldivar Jr. at 88 miles an hour. So runners on the corners, and Lucic now going to have to deal with Peyton Allen. Comes set. First pitch of the at-bat, misses low, ball 1. Curveball that ended up in the dirt at 76.
Every player.
Nice stop by Pettit behind the plate.
Nice sign.
Pettit's actually done a great job behind the plate defensively tonight for Victoria. Lucic comes set. Runner goes. Gonna give him a stolen base. Saldivar Jr. with a stolen base. So 2 runners on in scoring position, 1 out. Peyton Allen at the plate, 1 for 3 on the day, has a single and an RBI. Lucic set. 1-1 pitch on the way, in the dirt, ball 2, 2-1. All right, fine. I will acknowledge that the wave is going on here at Walker Stadium. I hope y'all are happy. Which, oh, you guys are killing me. Did it make it all the way around? No, Gary's shaking his head no, and Gary is the scorekeeper here. If Gary says the wave didn't go all the way around, it did not go all the way around. Next pitch swung on and missed. Count goes to 2-2 on Peyton Allen. Gary's getting flack from the rest of the press box here, but Gary is not wrong, so... Wave is 2/3 of the way around the stadium now. 2-2 the count. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled into the netting on the left. Count goes to 2-2. Wow, the picnic tables are giving it a run. Wow. Oh, no. It made it all the way around. All right, Gary's giving them the thumbs up. They made it all the way. The folks in the press box are standing here watching this. This is what I'm surrounded by tonight. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung. He went around. He definitely went around. Peyton Allen tried to check his swing but could not. A nasty 77-mile-an-hour curveball. So that's Owen Lucic's first strikeout, and it came at just the right time. So runners still on at second and third. That's Evan Leibel on at third, Saldivar on at second, and Keith Jones the second at the plate now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jason Franklin telling me don't hate on the wave. All right, friend, that's fine. First pitch of the at-bat on the way, swung on and a bouncer towards short. Gobbled up by Rawlings, the throw over to first in time, and that will do it for the Pickles rally here in the 6th inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on. Fans, we are already headed to the top of the 7th inning. Your Pickles lead this one by a score of 5-1.
Whoa, personal foul.
What the feezy?
You can't use a beard trimmer below the 50-yard line. This is the waterproof lawnmower 4.0 by Manscaped.
What's the difference?
It's got new skin-safe technology to help reduce cuts and nicks. It's powerful, yet gentle, just like me.
Dog, I appreciate you.
Boop.
Hey, watch out. I'm not ticklish. Get yours at manscaped.com.
Give him a hand, everybody. Alan Miller, the owner of the Pickles, now has a boat named Launchable, thanks to you. Woo! Find himself a yacht, one Launchable at a time.
All right, welcome back, baseball fans. My thanks to Christian Stewart in the YouTube chat. Apparently, Owen's name is pronounced Lukeys. So my apologies on that. If he comes back out for the bottom of the 7th inning, I will make sure to get that right. Matthew checking in. He loves the wave. You know, I get it. Back to baseball, though. That is Freddie Rodriguez back out on the mound for his 3rd inning of work.
Was having a great Saturday night at Walker Stadium. Right?
Not sure how many pitches he's thrown so far. Matthew's working on tallying that up for me already. It has been a great night for baseball out here at Walker Stadium, and this is game 2 of a 14-game homestand, friends. So even if you live over in Idaho, you can walk to Walker Stadium and get here before the end of this homestand. You can join us for a game. I'm just saying, if you really wanted to be here, you'd find a way to do it. Tyler Pettit, Grady Morgan, Roberto Gonzalez up for Victoria. First pitch of the inning on the way, swung on and missed. Rodriguez starting him out with a 77-mile-an-hour curveball and a beauty. Romero, we love Rodriguez as well. You're not alone in that. Freddie set on the mound. Goes into his motion, 0-1 pitch on the way, just missing. Ball 1, 1-1. 77-mile-an-hour curveball that didn't quite catch enough of the plate. Wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way. That one definitely over for a strike. 1-2, 77-mile-an-hour slider.
Debit cards on Dome. Here comes another one. My goodness.
I love the fact that we got a little P in the stands tonight, too. Rodriguez set. Oh, no, not set. Into his motion, 1-2 pitch on the way, misses high. Pitch on the way, misses high and outside. Ball 2. Back to the fastball at 88 miles an hour.
He was here until 2 a.m. Party that open at 2 a.m. every night. Ken Culbertson.
So Pettit steps back in. 2-2 pitch on the way. Called strike 3. So strikeout number 4 for Portland Pickles pitchers. 3 strikeouts for Rodriguez so far this game, and that'll turn the lineup over for Victoria one more time.
Now batting for Victoria, number 31, Grady Morgan.
So 35 pitches for Rodriguez in his first 2 innings worked. As he goes to work on Grady Morgan now. First pitch of the at-bat. Nice. Over for a strike. 79-mile-an-hour changeup. Beauty from Rodriguez. Rodriguez already back up on the bump. Shakes off the cowbell. Goes into his motion. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off. 72-mile-an-hour slider spoiled foul on the right side. So Rodriguez ahead in the count, 0-2. Rodriguez winds and deals. Misses high, ball 1, 1-2. 89-mile-an-hour fastball this time from Rodriguez. No, Christian, I don't think the feed's freezing again. I mean, if it is freezing. Are we getting that? Well, that's unfortunate. That pitch taken out to left field. Jones coming over towards center, settles under it and makes the catch. Grady Morgan retired, F7. Oh, yep, now my feed's freezing again. Well, we're going to work on that. Nobody on, 2 out, and that's going to bring up Roberto Gonzalez. Gonzalez drew a walk back in the first inning. Flew out to center in the third. Popped out to second. Takes the first pitch and takes that into right field. Originally coming in, now moving back on the ball is Wyatt King. He settles under it and makes the catch, and that will do it for the Harbourcats here in the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Fans, it's time to stretch, and it's time for us to kick the internet box. First pitch at the bottom of the seventh, 85-mile-an-hour fastball missing. 1-0. Luke Keys comes set. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and a bouncer towards short, and a high bouncer at that. Fielded by Rawlings. The throw over to first in time. 6-3 the put out on Kyle Russell. So I would like to take this opportunity to issue an apology to all of you in the YouTube chat that told me that the feed was freezing and that I didn't believe you. You were right. I am sorry. It was freezing. Hopefully we are fixing that. So nobody on, one out for right fielder Wyatt King. First pitch of the at-bat from Owen, over for a strike. 0-1, 86-mile-an-hour fastball. King took over for Nick Upstill after he singled back in the fifth inning. Owen now calling for Pettit to come out on the mound. Nobody's on base, so I'm guessing they're not changing their signs. This is probably to go over how they want to pitch to Wyatt King.
Yeah, let's do it. Who wants to win an Oregon Trail board game? Huh? Make some noise. Huh?
That's right, we're giving away Oregon Trail board games here tonight, too. I'd forgotten about that. I'm just the announcer. I can't keep everything straight here. Luke Keys comes set. 0-1 pitch on the way. That one over for a strike. 0-2, 87-mile-an-hour fastball this time. Oh, my gosh. Did you guys really do a technical difficulties graphic? You all are the greatest. Well done. Well done, boys. We have the best team. 0-2 pitch on the way. Misses outside. Ball one. An appeal called for by the home plate umpire, but Billy Yeager says no, did not go, so the count moves to 1-2. Luke Keys comes set. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Strike three. Ball gets away from the catcher. The throw down to first base on a bounce. Gobbled up and in time. 2-3 the put out on Wyatt King and the strikeout. Seventh strikeout overall for the Harbourcats.
Dylan T. Pickles with a party deck, please. Dylan T. Pickles, party deck.
Seventh strikeout overall for the Harbourcats pitchers. Second one for Owen. So with two down, Evan Cloyd at the plate takes a look at the first pitch. Inside, ball one. Curveball at 74 miles an hour. Owen climbs back on the mound. Cloyd ready at the plate. Owen comes set. 1-0 pitch on its way in. Swung on and a bouncer towards third. Slow one at that. Charging on the play is Gonzalez. Long throw over to first. In time. Got him. 5-3 the put out on Evan Cloyd, and that will do it for your Pickles here in the seventh inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Fans, it's getting late here at Walker Stadium. Your Pickles lead 5-1. Welcome back. First pitch of the top of the 8th inning. A bouncer over to short. Nice play. Russell to Jablonski, who's taken over for Evan Cloyd at first base. 6-3 the put out of Joseph Redfield.
Abigail Dogood from the Oregon Trail. She wore a bonnet, Joe. That's how you commit to the bit, all right?
Wow, that's pretty good. We had somebody dress up in a period-appropriate outfit, replete with bonnet, and they were the sweetheart of the game. Well deserved. So 1 pitch, 1 away. Rodriguez back out on the mound. That pitch missing, an 89-mile-an-hour sinker. 1-0 on Colton Moore. Hudson Shoup in the on-deck circle for Victoria. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's over for a strike. 1-1. Another sinker. This one at 86, though. Rodriguez out there dealing. Goes into his motion. 1-1 pitch on the way. Checks. Check swing outside. Ball 2. 2-1. Not really a check swing. He started to swing at it and held up. Curveball just missing. 2-1 pitch. Just a bit inside. 77-mile-an-hour slider that just missed off the plate. So Colton Moore ahead in the count, 3-1. Wind and the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Count goes full, 3-2.
For the signed jersey, get your tickets out, Water Stadium.
Rodriguez up on the mound. 3-2. Pitch on the way. Swung on and cracked out into left field. Jones going back on it. He is at the warning track, and that ball is in the Pickles bullpen. Home run for Colton Moore.
This guy we did the Oregon Trail game here, Super Jet with a leather hat on. He had a shot of whiskey go out of his nose, and now he's got tears running down his face.
Things getting a little chippy out on the mound now. Colton Moore apparently having some words for Freddie Rodriguez out on the mound. Umpires are out now. Coaches are out now. Press box ready to go at a moment's notice. Would like to say the cooler heads have prevailed, but time will tell on that one. Good bit of noise coming from both dugouts. Colin Price and Billy Yeager. They just toss another player, or are those the warnings? Those are the warnings. All right. Now Mags is out to discuss the warnings. So both benches have been warned now. Fans, we haven't been hanging out together terribly long, but I'm going to tell you that I am not above some speculation. And it seems as though maybe Colton Moore had a few words for Freddie Rodriguez coming around the bases. And now we got a mound visit going on.
Also, now that you got your tickets out for the
Wow, and Dylan has gone down now to the Victoria dugout.
the winner.
The good thing is that Dylan's not a mascot of many words. Zero, in fact.
291. You've got 10 seconds to claim your prize in the Pickles Party.
I would love to know what Dylan is doing down there over at Victoria's dugout. We still have a mound visit going on.
We have a winner.
2-1.
Okay, so the mound visit is over. Freddie Rodriguez is still out on the mound for your Portland Pickles. To the best of my knowledge, Colton Moore is still in the ball game. Thanks for letting us know, Jake. We keep trying to fix this between innings, but We asked Matthew to bring a saw from home, and he forgot, so we're doing the best we can with the internet right now.
Now batting, Hudson Shoot.
So, now the tempers have supposedly cooled down. Hudson Shoot to the plate. First pitch from Rodriguez misses high, ball one, 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Might have had some extra juice on it, we don't really know. Rodriguez already knew his wine. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-1. So the Pickles still looking for their 5th strikeout here. That last pitch, a 76-mile-an-hour slider. 1-1 pitch now on the way. Catches the outside part of the plate with an 88-mile-an-hour sinker. Count goes to 1-2. Well, Freddie Rodriguez could put a little exclamation point on his outing with a 5th strikeout here. Just missing off the plate with an 81-mile-an-hour changeup. 2-2. Rodriguez now has the sign he wants. 2-2 pitch on the way. No time called at home plate. Well, that's not going to help tempers any at all. And now the Pickles fans are getting into it as well. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed, got him strike 3, and fans, that is your 5th strikeout of the game by Portland Pickles pitchers, which means everyone in attendance will be walking home with a coupon for a free slice of Atlas Pizza. Atlas, come for the pizza, stay for the pizza, and listen to the roar from the crowd after that. My, oh my. I believe that was Rodriguez's 4th strikeout on the afternoon, and he starts out Jake Skipworth with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1. Okay, Freddie looks like he's pitching a little possessed out there right now. Got a 1-1 count on Jake Skipworth. Slows down a little bit now. 1-1 pitch on the way. Misses low, ball 2, 2-1. Slider that didn't quite catch enough of the plate. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on a hit towards third base. Gonzalez over to Skipworth. Ruiz over to Jablonski. What can I say? It's been that kind of game. We're done with the top of the 8th inning. Your score, 5-2 Pickles. into it as well. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed, got him, strike 3, and fans, that is your 5th strikeout of the game by Victoria. Jack Seward. Jack's first pitch of the ball game, swung on and hammered foul on the left side. Holy cow.
Hey, Joe Simon, let's make some noise for Wyatt, the ball boy out here.
So the count 0-1 on Stancato. Stancato 1 for 2, has an RBI and a walk, also a run scored. Wind in the 0-1 pitch. That one over for a strike. 0-2, 86 mile an hour sinker and a nice looking pitch by Jack.
Make some noise for Walker Stadium. We love our ball in that, boys.
So Seward ahead in the count, 0-2. He comes set, pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. That got him strike 3. Stancato down on 3 pitches, 85 mile an hour changeup. First strikeout for Jack, 8th strikeout overall for the Harbourcats.
Number 11, Evan Leibel.
So that'll bring up catcher Evan Leibel. Leibel 2 for 2. Pair of singles, run scored. First pitch on the way, misses low and inside, ball 1. 91 mile an hour fastball from Jack Seward. Leibel steps back in. 1-0 pitch on its way in, and inside, ball 2. 2-0. 85 mile an hour sinker. Jack comes set now, brings in the 2-0. That one's outside, ball 3. 3-0, 91 mile an hour fastball. For the Victoria Harbourcats, 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. For your Portland Pickles, 5 runs on 9 base hits and no errors. Jack's 3-0 pitch on the way in and tails inside, ball 4. So Evan Leibel draws a 4-pitch walk. And that's going to bring up our third baseman, number 12, Jose Ruiz.
That was pretty smooth.
Here's your third baseman, Jose Ruiz.
We really got to do something about those comments in the YouTube chat. Seward's first pitch of the at-bat misses outside, ball 1, 90 mile an hour fastball. Leibel gets his lead at first base, held on by Skipworth. Jack comes set. 1-0 pitch on its way, swung on, and that's hit into the hole between first and second. That's going to advance Evan to second base, and Jose Ruiz checks in with another single. So 2 on, 1 out, and we're going to turn the lineup over once again. Saldivar popped out to center field his first 2 times to the plate, was hit by a pitch in the 4th, driving in a run, singled back in the 6th, and stole a base. Pretty full evening for Saldivar. Up with a chance to add a couple more insurance runs. Swung on in that one, taken into center field. Is it going to get down for a base hit? No, it is not. Redfield comes in, makes the play. Runner's got to return.
Here's your designated hitter, Peyton.
Inning, that's going to bring up designated hitter Peyton Allen. Allen is 1 for 4 on the night, a single and RBI. Up with a chance to do some damage here. First pitch of the at-bat misses inside, ball 1.
Everybody.
Keith Jones the second lurking on deck. Seward comes set, 1-0 pitch on its way in, misses high and outside, ball 2, 2-0, 86 mile an hour sinker. So it looks like your mileage may vary on our broadcast issues this evening. My hope is that you're still able to hear me out there if the video feed isn't working for you. We are trying to get on that. Ahead in the count, 2-0 pitch on the way, inside, ball 3. 3-0 on Peyton Allen. Gonna guess Peyton Allen's gonna be taken here all the way. Seward has his sign, now comes set. 3-0 pitch on the way in, and that misses, ball 4. Misses with a 91 mile an hour fastball that loads the bases. Leibel heads down to third base. Ruiz moves up to second. Allen now occupies first base, and that is going to bring up Keith Jones the second.
Walker Stadium, we got picks on the pond. Get on your feet, Walker Stadium.
Keith Jones has singled. He's drawn a walk. He's been hit by a pitch, and he's bounced out to shortstop. Came into the game batting .311 on the year with 12 RBIs and 5 stolen bases, and he can do some damage right now. First pitch of the at-bat, 91 mile an hour fastball over for strike 1. Wow, it is. When the Pickles fans are asked to make some noise, boy, howdy do they. 0-1 the count on Jones. Pitch on the way. Check swing. Over for strike 2. 86 mile an hour sinker. So Jack Seward ahead in the count, 0-2. Jones looking for a big hit to break this game completely open.
Let's go, Pickles.
Jeremiah working the crowd into a near frenzy here at the stadium tonight. 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Jones strikes out, and that will do it for the Pickles here in the 8th inning. Nobody scores. 1 base hit and 3 runners left on. Fans, we are headed to the top of the 9th inning. Your score, Portland 5, Victoria 2. All right, baseball friends, welcome back to a raucous Walker Stadium on a Saturday night. Your Portland Pickles leading the Victoria Harbourcats by a score of 5-2 as we are about to embark on the 9th inning. You might notice out on the mound, that is a new pitcher for your Portland Pickles, number 37, Evan Tomlinson. Tomlinson takes over for Freddie Rodriguez, who goes 4 innings, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, both of those earned, walked 3 and struck out 4. Nice outing by Rodriguez, as you can see the fans shouting in the stands. Real quick trip around the West Coast League. As we told you earlier, Kamloops victorious over the Cowlitz Black Bears by a score of 5-2. Corvallis leading Port Angeles 10-6. I'm going to guess that game is over because it shouldn't be going to the bottom of the 9th inning. In Yakima Valley, the Pippins behind the Springfield Drifters by a score of 10-3 in the bottom of the 8th. The Wenatchee Apple Sox trail the Bend Elks 13-8 in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Falcons game suspended 1-0. Alrighty, and the Riverhawks beating the Night Owls 6-4, and we have a defensive change for Portland out in left field. Latrey McCullum.
Pickles, number 37, Evan Tomlinson.
So over for Victoria, it's John Sicoli, Josh Rolling, and Tyler Pettit here. First pitch of the 9th inning misses outside, ball 1, 1-0. Tomlinson set, now the 1-0 pitch on the way, just misses ball 2, 2-0 with an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Tomlinson gets his sign now, 2-0 pitch on the way. That one over for a strike, 2-1, 89-mile-an-hour fastball. So, Robert, to answer your question, if you can hear my voice, Victoria had a home run in the top of the 8th inning, and the Pickles threatened but were unable to score in the 8th. Count 2-2 on John Sicoli. Sicoli's been aboard twice, hit by a pitch and drew a walk. This one he hits towards third. Scooped up by Gonzalez. Ruiz over to Jablonski, and that one gets by Jablonski. We're going to go E5 on that one.
No, that's not E nothing. That's not E nothing. Get that down off the board. That's a hit.
You know, Gary's taking a little more flack this evening than I feel like he should be, but
Josh Rolling.
Josh Rolling to the plate now, one runner on, nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning. Tomlinson set. His first pitch of the at-bat. Inside ball 1, 88-mile-an-hour sinker. Nope, fastball. 1-0. Well, fans, thank you for sticking with us once again through the technical difficulties. Throw over to first base. Sicoli back in time. Jablonski holding him on. McCollum playing a little bit deep in left field. He took over for Keith Jones II. Winding the pitch on the way. That one over for a strike. 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Count evens up on Rolling. Rolling singled back in the 2nd inning, stole a base. He's flown out to the outfield last 2 at-bats. Tomlinson now brings in the 1-1, swung on, and that one is lifted toward left field, but foul out on the berm. Yep, on the backside of the berm, and there go the kids. Wow. Is it full contact foul ball retrieval out there tonight? Holy cow. All right. The best stadium in the West Coast League. So Tomlinson now ahead in the count, 1-2. Takes a glance over at first base. Sicoli with a small lead. Jablonski holding him on. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Got him. Big strikeout for Evan Tomlinson right there. His first. 6th strikeout overall for Portland Pickles pitchers. So 1 on, 1 away for number 35, the catcher, Tyler Pettit. Pettit has struck out twice and drew a walk. Looking to get aboard any way he can for the Harbourcats. Pitch on the way, outside 82. Oh, and 1-0. Curveball just sort of kept tailing away. Coley gets his lead at first. 1-0 pitch on the way now. Swung on and a bouncer towards first. Fielded by Jablonski. Over to second for one. The relay to first. In time, and what a way to end the baseball game. Nice double play, and that will do it for the Harbourcats. In the 9th inning for Victoria, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on. Happy totals here at the ballpark if you are a Pickles fan. Your final tonight, Portland Pickles 5 runs on 10 hits, and no, wait. There was an error earlier. I think that might have gotten overruled. I don't know. 5 runs on 10 hits for the visiting Harbourcats. 2 runs on 7 hits. Fans, we got game 3 of the series tomorrow night. First pitch, 6:05 p.m. We will try and make sure that we have any of the broadcast issues taken care of by the time that we join you once again for baseball. Thanks for sticking with us tonight, and thanks for those of you that are here every night. Once again, I'm Mike Chex, working alongside Gary, Noah, Jay, Matthew, and Moose. And fans, we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one. Coley gets his lead at first. 1-0 pitch on the way now. Swung on and a bouncer towards first. Fielded by Jablonski. Over to second for one. The relay to first. In time, and what a way.